service. So thanks to him, we are safe. And then Lee is the lady over there. And then I'm Jin. Actually, I'm trainer here. So we're going through with you what you can do during the first 90 days of running your business with Amazon. So do you already register for the account already or something? Already registered for account? I think you definitely. So all of you have registered for the account. So have you all started like creating, listing, etc. already? Okay, good. So the rest also. Okay, not yet. So I'm trying to understand what is the profile of, who attend these. So I can go through the different topics so that some, if you already gone past that stage, maybe I won't talk too much of it. Okay. And also I was trying to record it so that after that, if needed, I can also share the recording for you after this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we just started, no worry. So by the way, you have already created an account, right, sir? For you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so all of you have created account, etc., right? So maybe this is just to give you a understanding what you can still do. Okay, I won't go through too much. You already know we have a global network that supports sellers across the global with different markets, etc. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to cover today. I have some other topic also, but not everything is here, but depend on if you all need more information, I will cover those topics. All right, so we actually have a playbook. I'm not sure how many of you downloaded it. You can get this playbook. So this is more like a guide, a more detailed guide for those like you want it for your own reference. You can download it. It's a PDF. So this is everything that I covered today, but in a more detailed manner in a like a PDF document. Yeah. So okay, so this gives you an overview of what you can do from the first 90 days. I'm pretty sure most of you are probably in the 11 to 30 days already. You've done your account registration, maybe set up your logistic and payment, etc. When we look at what else we can do, this is the cinemas. For most of you, I believe you are looking to sell into the US. Most or which region? Oh, you are selling to Singapore. Do you also sell to the other region like US or something? Okay. So actually or rather my team is focused on, helping seller to sell into the other. Okay, so I'm afraid that you are in the wrong session, but yeah, just to let you know. So most of the stuff here we're gonna cover rather all is to help sellers who are going to sell into the North American market, mainly the US, Canada, Mexico, yeah. So these are the basic typical consumer in the US, housewife, office staff, and workers. Oh, yeah. And then this gives an idea what are the most, rather the top popular items in the North American markets. Okay. And this is also to show what are the different product categories that we have across the North American market that you can consider. Usually we put it under the hardline, softline consumables, but these are the things that you can give an idea of what are the things you can focus on. Okay, so if you are searching for products, still not deciding what to sell, these are the things that you need to be aware of. You're going to make sure that you met all the regulations for the market that you are going to sell in. Over here, I think we're focusing on America and also Amazon's policy as well. So certain products like things you consume or you apply or electronics, you will need to get some form of certification or approval from the regulatory in the US. Okay. Okay, this is give you some idea where you can find where are the best seller is. If you don't already know, if you log into Amazon.com, on the top you can see this called best seller. On top, so I think your UI may differ a little bit, depends on your profile. All right. So when you go there, you can see the one below that's bestseller, new release, mover shaker, most wished for, and they give ideas. And so these are updated like probably weekly, if I'm not wrong, for different categories, so you can know what is the trending product if you're looking to see what are the things that the consumer are buying in the different countries. Okay. So for those of you who just started the account, you probably know that there's a fee involved. So for I think the promotion right now, I'm not sure if you all take advantage of the promotion. There's a $1 USD promotion for 6 months. If not, right, the professional selling account is $39.99. If you all really not know, it's a monthly thing. So if you do not have any active listing, right, you will not need to pay unless if you have an active listing, then every month you deduct $39.99 USD from the account, you put it inside the Amazon, so etc. There is a account that you don't need to pay monthly, but every sales you got to pay 99 cents for every unit. Right, that is the personal, what we call the individual selling account. So that's are the fixed costs that you need to be aware of. And the other variable costs are the production costs. That's probably something you will know. And the Amazon commission fee is also the referral fee. So different product category will have different referral fee. It's ranged about 8 to 15%, right, on average. Right, and the transportation, which is the shipping fee, because most of the time you all will engage your own logistic partner to ship it to the US fulfillment center. So that is something you need to factor in as well. And the storage fee, for everything that is stored on the FBA fulfillment center, there is a fee. So the longer you store, the fee will go higher. So the fulfillment center is not meant to be like your storage warehouse. So don't order a lot and store it there. There's other alternative for you if you're going to store a long-term storage somewhere else. Yeah. And fulfillment fee is a fee that you're going to pay Amazon for every item that they fulfill for using the FBA services. Okay, lastly is advertising. You probably got to spend on the Amazon ads or even non-advertising on Amazon, off Amazon advertising as well. And for your trademark registration fee, if you're going to do your own personal brand, or if you already have a brand, then you might need to register in the US if you have not registered, so that you got all the brand protection and the brand building tools unlocked for you. And this is the page that I screenshot from the referral fee or the commission fee. Okay, this is the fulfillment cost that includes the shipping, and the storage is based on the cubic feet per month. So if your product is bigger or take up more space, it will cost a little bit more. So after factoring everything, I'm sure you know right now that is your profit. Okay, for this one, right, if you're not using FBA or you're contemplating whether you want to use FBA or not, we have a calculator. Not sure if you're aware or not. You don't need an account to access, but if you have an account, then you'll be able to tell whether you're using the paid professional account, the individual account. So if you go into the calculator, you can get a sense of like how much you are potentially going to pay to actually ship your, not say ship, to sell your product on Amazon. So you can try it after this. Put in your item price, what is your cost of the price and the cost of goods and other miscellaneous costs, and then versus what you actually want to use if you're doing your own fulfillment. So at the end, it will give you an estimate on how much, what is roughly the net margin. Now, assuming you put in the info correctly, yeah. Okay, so I'm going through the fulfillment methods. So there are two ways you can fulfill in Amazon. So first one is FBM. It's called fulfillment by merchant, or they call it self-ship, meaning that whenever somebody bought something off from Amazon.com, you actually do the shipping yourself, or you get your own logistic to ship it to them in the US, for example. Right, so what you need to do, you need to prepare your own handling of your order, answering the customer service, and do any potential return if somebody will return. Another one is FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. So if you use these services, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship the item on your behalf. If there's any customer questions, they will be able to assist in their local language within 24 hours. And for any returns, right, Amazon will also collect the returns for you. And then on your Seller Central account, you can see what's the return reason as well. Okay, this is basically what I mentioned earlier on. Okay. So as a seller, you will put your ship or product, your inventory to the fulfillment center. And then if somebody bought anything from Amazon.com, Amazon will fulfill it for you. Okay, these are some of the key benefits you can see. I won't touch too much on this. All right. So the benefits on this over here, you get to save on the logistic cost, because if you don't use FBA, somehow, some way you got to ship your items to your buyer as well. You incur your own costs also. Right. And then for the FBA, most of the items can reach the customers within 1 to 2 days for the Prime members. So it's definitely way faster than you ship it your own. All right. And then it also helps to boost conversion rate because of the feature offer thing. So you know how Amazon works is that there's only one listing. You can have different sellers selling the same thing, but usually only the first one, or rather the one that is so-called a feature offer, or the buy box will appear. So whenever somebody click add to cart, only the one that is featured will be added to cart. It could be yours or it could be some other seller. So if you have the FBA, you have a likely chance to get into the feature offer as well, due to the faster delivery. But I think lastly, yeah, we all know how to optimize your operations. Huh? Hey, I'm going to touch on the brand registry, but so far, so good. Any questions on the things I covered earlier on? All good. We will have time for Q&A later as well. Okay, this is the brand development roadmap. So Amazon have what we call the Amazon brand registry. So by registering, you can unlock your a lot of brand building tools and also protect your brand. So if anybody do like sell any unauthentic product of yours, you can file a report, and Amazon will be able to take down the listing for you immediately. All right. Now, however, the brand registry, or rather the trademark, is based on the local market. So for this case, if you want your product to be protected in US, since you're selling it to the US, you need to register under the USPTO. Right. So I think maybe last year onward, to register trademark for the US, you need a US attorney or something. So you can no longer do it yourself. So most likely you need to engage somebody that some services to help you do the trademark registration in the US. All right. And with that, like I mentioned, this is the feature you can unlock like APAS content. You can create your own stores, flagship store. So it's as good as having your own website on Amazon.com. So the URL will be like Amazon.com slash your brand name, and people will land to your page, everything with your items. And you can run these are ads, what's the brand, what's the display ads, and the other tools like brand analytics, etc., to help you prevent any infringement. All right, the brand analytics tool is to help you give you more insights into your brands or what you can do. So this is for people who are interested. If you're interested to get your brand registered in the US, we have this website called IP Accelerator. So there's a list of providers in this website. you can engage them and ask them, what's the fee they actually charge to help you register your brand in the US, right? So this is essentially like a network of these providers, all right? We are usually the IP law firms, so they know what it takes for you to get your trademarks in the US. Okay, so we have some promotion for new sellers. Ignore the Vietnamese words, yeah. So the new seller incentive is more or less the same for this year. So the incentive will change every year. So this is the one for this year. For sellers starting in March this year is considered under the 2023 new seller incentive. Yeah. So basically you have some rebates for your brand product, and also you get some credits for Amazon Buy. Amazon Buy is a review kind of program where you get qualified reviews from reviewers who are selected by through their consistent good reviews. They are being selected as so-called voices to give quality reviews for your products. We have to kick started for your new product, and there's some ads credit as well. I will share the link. In fact, the PDF, the Jumpstart guide I show you, I think there's a part about this new seller incentive programs here. Okay, this is about the product listing. So over here, no approval required. These are the typical items that you don't need any approval, right? And then the second one is approval required for certain product, like baby product, beauty, healthcare, and toys, all these. The middle column, you need some approval, meaning that you need to get the specific US regulatory to actually get it approved. Something like FDA for food and drug. Okay. For toys, I think children toys, CPC, some sort of cert. All right. So when you list your product in, right, due to the way you list it, etc., if the backend algorithm thinks that, or rather the specific product type category you choose require approval, you will be notified. So when you do your listing under your account health, you will be shown like, there's a ample of rating that you need to get approval before your listing can be approved to be showing up into the search here. So the last column is definitely you need approval, things like jewelry, video, DVD, Blu-ray, all this. Yeah. Okay, this is something to help you decide whether or not you need to have a brand on your product. So in our listing, there is quite a few product that doesn't have a brand. It will show as generic. So it means that there's no brand. Right, so before listing, right, this is something you can think whether you need approval or not. Right? Assuming you've gone through the sound that whether brand approval, then you need to think about is the product branded. Branded meaning that the product you want to sell, actually you can see a fixed brand on it, like key or something. Right, so meaning that somebody actually owns the brand. Right. Then if that's the case, you won't be able to list it as generic. Where you will need to list it under the brand. And the next part is whether the brand needs any approval, additional approval. That one will depend on when you list it. Okay. So the next one is whether or not, if let's say yours is a product, right, that is not already on Amazon, and it's right. So the first one is vendor. So for example, you want to sell your own private label, you got your own brand, then you need to think about whether your product needs a different code, like the GT is Global Trade Identification Number, whether you need a UPC, EAN, barcode, etc. Okay. So if you need a barcode, right, you need to buy it from this thing called GS1. We search for GS1 is the organization that has a whole list of database of all the products globally. So if your product is something that needs a barcode, you need to buy it from GS1. And in the back end, when you put a number in, Amazon will verify it. So you don't buy it from some random site, like eBay or some places that actually say they sell you the code, right? So most of the time, you will not work because that code is usually being already registered with some other product, some other people. So always make sure you get your codes from GS1 directly, right? So let's say if you think that your product really don't need a code, you could be selling your own private label, or it could be like things like mobile accessories that you don't need a code, or you can choose the option that says apply for a GT exemption. So you appear on the listing when you check the text that says my item do not have an ID, or then another hyperlink will appear there to apply for your GT exemption. Right, so basically that's mind that you think about when you want to list a product. So assuming every product is listed already on your listing, then you can start to think about how you can optimize your listing further. This one. Okay, this is a product ID, and then this is where you can apply for GT exemption. It's part of the listing process, so you will not miss it. So the moment you select no ID, there'll be an option for you to apply for GT exemption, and they'll have a form that pops up for you to key in what you're actually selling to determine whether you can have the exemption or not. Okay, then sometimes there'll be error. The error can be a little bit cryptic, like maybe it's 5665 or something. Right, most of the time we tell you what is the issue. Right, for 5665 is the brand name. Like I mentioned, if you sell a branded product, some of it will require approval before you can release it. So how you can rectify the error, okay? Okay, these are just the different elements. So there's about, I think, 8 elements of a listing. Right, you definitely need a product image when you list a product. It has to be a high background for a main image. Right, then you choose your right category when you list it. And also your title has to be, what do you call that? Has to be something that can showcase your product. So we have a session regarding how you can name your title in a way that is, best practice. I'll share it later. But and the rest is this variant, variant put here. Bullet point is good to have at least 5 bullet points. And the brand part will actually appear here. So if it's generic, or you actually show generic, yeah, on the title itself also. Alright. So the good practice is the title, the name of the product usually start with the brand name. I think this brand is two hands, right? Yeah. Let me see what else is here. Okay. So if you see here, right, don't know whether you can see this one. Let me see if I can zoom in. You see? Yeah, you see here it says ship from Amazon, sold by two hands. So this is actually using FBA. Right. So if you see things that appear shipped from Amazon, it's usually, or rather it's by FBA. Right. So this brand or this seller actually ship the product over to the fulfillment center, and then Amazon will ship it for them. Right. And then the top part, this is the featured offer thing. I think there's no other seller that sell this, right? If there's other seller who sell this, usually at the below here you will see here more seller or something. Right. So this one, the good thing is I think this is the only seller that sell this. So whenever the customer actually press the add to cart, right, this seller item will be added to the cart. Meaning that he get the profit here. Okay, now I'm going through the promotions feature that is available. You can use coupons. This is the ones that you can use. Well, I won't touch through too much of the benefits, but if you use coupon, right, you will appear, your listing will appear, there's a page regarding coupon, so all the items who are product or running promotion for coupon will appear on the coupon page, as well as it will show on the product detail page that the buyer, the consumer can click the coupon or save the coupon. Okay, so this you can see with coupon you will see all this thing. This obvious color like with coupons, $60 coupons, you can save the coupon, all this. So one thing to note, every coupon that is being redeemed for the US market, US country, right, you're selling to .com, there's a 60 cent USD fee. So you need to factor that into your pricing as well. So if it's not used by the consumer, right, then there will be a fee charged to you. But if they will use it, means they redeem the coupon, so there's 60 cent additional cost to it. Okay, this is a store that I mentioned earlier on. If you are registered under the Amazon brand registry, you can use this store feature. This is Amazon Basic Stores. But if you have the feature, you can use it yourself. You can see there's like a website of your own. You can create a different category, right? And you can showcase your product. You can create all these banner yourself, right? It's very different from those who don't have a store. They can only, optimize the listing. Those who have a store, you can drive your traffic to the store as well, and you can run like sponsored brands that will drive traffic to your stores. So you get all the, the screen estate for yourself. Nobody can run ads on your store page. Okay, this is a benefit that we have for this year. Yeah, I'll go through this. I went through it earlier on. Okay, we are almost near the end of the year already. This is more for those who plan to participate in some event maybe next year. Right, so typically the key events we have in Amazon US is like the Prime Day. The next one is, I think this year we have this PBDD Prime Big Deal Days. I think something new. Typically it's Prime Day, usually in June, July. We don't know the actual date, usually 1 month before we kind of know the date. But the Black Friday, Cyber Monday is a date that is open. You can search for it. I think this year is 27 or 20 something November. Yeah, you can search for it on Google. Right, these are the two key events that we have what we call the shopping season, where we get the most traffic. Okay. Actually, that's the end for this. Do you have any question regarding the one I shared earlier on? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, if you have the brand registry, you can use the store. If you can find it under the advertising. Okay, I got it open. Let me see. You can find it under stocks. Yeah. So if you cannot see it, you need to file or you create a ticket. I know sometimes if you newly just created, if you just get enrolled into brand registry, it may not appear yet. But if you really need it, then you can just file a ticket. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, that one you need to go to brand registry, right? You need to go to okay. Usually I will search for it because brand registry is under a different site. Yeah. Right. So you just search for brand registry, right? Then you can go to this page, then you can start to register your brand. If you have not registered yet, it will bring you to the brandregistry.amazon.com. Okay, this is what you see. Right. Obviously this has account do not for brand, so you won't see anything. Then you can go to enroll a brand. Yep, you can just follow through the guide. Yeah. So you need to have your trademark. If it's pending trademark, you need to have the ID. And then for selling on the US, you need your trademark to be registered under the US PTO. Yeah. Yep. IPOS is the Singapore, right? Okay, you technically can use, all right, you can use the IPOS to enroll, but you won't get the protection. You can unlock the tools. You can get access to the brand store, A plus content, etc. But if let's say if you want to enforce certain infringement, right, you won't be able to do it because it's only applicable for the like IPOS Singapore. Yeah. So you can still use your IPOS trademark to unlock the feature, but you can't have the protection feature. Can also can, yeah, because the brand building feature is common across. So once you have a trademark, you can use your Singapore trademark to unlock the feature, but for the enforcement of the any potential like infringement, you need the US PTO. Yeah. Mm. Actually quite fast, usually about 2 weeks or so. I did mine pretty fast, like 2 weeks or less. I got it already. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we are not talking about the application, is to submit into the Amazon Web Registry, right? It takes about less than 2 weeks. The application I think is different. I think US application take a while. Singapore one is faster, right? Yeah. Okay. Hi, you have a question? Mm-hmm. No, I get what you mean. So if your trademark is in the US, right, somebody in .sg, Amazon.sg were to maybe sell a fake product of yours, right? There's no protection. It's country dependent. So yes, in Singapore, then you need to register under the IPOS. Yeah. So yeah, that's how the IP law works apparently. Yeah. Anyone has any other question? Mm. Usually no, because I do know that once you list the listing, right, you can't really change the code already. Yes. So it's best you actually get the barcode first. Yeah. Same for the brand also. If you were to list as generic, right now you think, oh, maybe I want to get my brand down the road later. Once it's generic, you cannot change it to like your brand ABC. Yeah, you will have to create a new listing. And that also means if let's say your generic product, sell very well, you will lose all your reviews and everything. Yeah. Well, this one actually I think depend on the product type. Right? If you go to GS1 there, I think they will have different type of depend on what product category you are selling. Yeah. Mm. Okay, this one I'm really not quite sure because regardless of which type, right, there's no difference in terms of how it's being shown. Like if you have a EAN or something, it doesn't mean your listing will pop out or something. Like books is ISBN or something, right? It really depends on the category or what type of ID they use. It has no impact on whether your listing will appear like better or something. Yeah. So which is why and any ID is actually okay so long it's a verified ID. You bought it from a legit source. Yeah. Mm. No, not all product need a barcode. Like if you sell usually if you sell things like or you do your own like I don't know grocery bag that kind of thing, yeah, there's no barcode, yeah. Or like mobile accessories, there's no barcode requirements. Yeah. Yes, there's an option. There's an option that you say I do not have a product ID. I can show you here. But that will means they will run through you and they ask you a few questions. Right, not all product is cheaper. It's only South Central, right? Okay, so now assuming you are going to add a product, not so on Amazon. Okay, I got the draft here. Okay, let's see. Let me just look. Okay, I don't know if this word I use a lot of times already. So you see here, okay, so this is the part that I talk about brand. You can put, okay, this product doesn't have a brand name. Then you will, now it become automatically become generic. So if your product have a product ID, you can put it here. Okay, I don't have a product ID, but I think this one I applied before already, so you can't see. So if this product category do not have a GTN exception, there will be a icon beside that says apply for GTN exception. So when you click on it, right, they'll ask you like I think there'll be some questions regarding what you're selling, etc. So if they deem, oh, this one can have exception, then you'll be exempted. Yeah. Yeah, so not, yeah, you don't need to have it unless, it's the requirements of the product. Yeah. Yeah. We got some new features, you see. How we generate the title, description, and bullet points. For you, I think this was shared on the website as well. Yes. Mm. Add a picture, is it? Oh, when you have your listing, right, you go to this, you go to inventory, manage your inventory. We're not assuming this is the one. I think you click on the SKU. Right, so this is the part. Okay, then you go edit listing. So the page will be similar to when you first create the listing. Let's see. I think it's the other page. Okay. I think they changed the option. So instead of that page, you go to the manage images. Okay. It should appear here. I'm not sure is it because of the old listing I have, but yeah, if you go to your own account, I think this is my test account. Yeah. Go to your own account under manage images, there'll be like actually at the end it's like 9 columns or rather 9, slot you can see is empty. You can have up to about 9 images, yeah, with one video or something. Yeah. Phone can, but I know our seller central is not very optimized on phone. That's something I'm trying to, yeah, get it. But phone you can do it, but it's a bit small. Yeah. Mm. Not really. You can also sell B2B regardless. Yeah, there's a program for Amazon business or something. Yes, yes. And then in your listing, you can also set a B2B like about pricing also for those businesses who are registered on Amazon.com. They can buy from you the bulk business pricing that you set inside. I think it's what's the question again? The brand registry for B2B. No, Not really, yeah. Regardless whether it's selling B2B, B2C, it's the same brand registry. Mm. What is ABTM? Oh, that one is depend on how you set up your listing, because there's usually a ship date inside, right? You can either set a long ship date. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't recall there is this feature, but I know you can set a long, like, because you're fulfilling yourself, right? You can set a longer fulfilling date, like 7 or 14 days or something. Yeah. Yeah, when they place an order, then because that date is to track whether did you deliver on time. We have this for the self-ship merchant, like you do your own shipping, there is a VTR. It's like a delivery tracking, metric to see how accurate, or rather how, what's the right word? How on time you do your own shipping. So if you consistently fail below the date, right? Yeah, your shipping, your metric will go down. It's not very good, meaning that your account health will go slightly lower. They will expect you to upkeep a certain shipping performance to give a best experience for the consumer. Yeah, so when they buy, if you already put like 7 days, 14 days, if you within that period you fulfill the item, it's fine. Yeah, but that also means when your customer buy, they can see whether they want to wait so long or not. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can set the stock. You can see I put here, okay, mine is 000. You can definitely put your stocks you have on your inventory. Yeah. Yeah, if you run out of stock, meaning that how should I put it? Usually when it's bought, right, it will be deducted. So when you say run out of stock, technically they can't really buy. Sometimes when you go to see a listing, they'll say that, oh, this listing is not available or something. It could be either out of stock or the person take down the listing. Yeah. So if you really, really don't have a stock, it won't be processed in a way. Yeah. Mm, no, no, it won't. So if you do a self ship, right, you can actually put, if you think you're gonna have stock, you can actually put it. Yes. Call FBA, yeah, FBA it will be sync. Then yes, then you have to replenish. If it's FBA, it's actually not your fault. Yeah. So for your next restock, you just need to make sure that, assuming the trend is the same, you might want to be restocking more. Yeah. You just restock. Yeah. Yes, that can't be helped. That just means your product is very popular. Yeah. Yeah. So just replenish the stocks. Yeah. No, anything on FBA is not so much of a rating for shipping, because FBA is handled by Amazon. So even if, let's say, people give you a 1 star or something to say, hey, the delivery, come delay or it come on time. If you see the review, right, if it's not flagged, but if Amazon did not detect it, you can file it yourself. But most of the time they detect it. You will see a reply from Amazon that says product is fulfilled by Amazon. So Amazon take the responsibility. The star rating will not be counted towards you, because the star rating has an impact. In future, you want to run like deals, promotion, right? Only like 3.5 or 4 stars above seller rating, then you can run all these deals, promotion. Yeah, so if people give you a very low rating, like 1 because of fulfillment, and it's not your fault, right? Because you use FBA, it won't be counted towards your rating. Anything else you want to see from the Seller Central? If I can have access here. So you see, if you have something wrong, right, usually when you go to the first stage, it will be right in your face, some red color things, or your account is under like, potential possibility of deactivation. It will usually appear the moment you log in to make sure that you fix it. Like I'll show you the account health, the performance, yeah. Okay, so as a good practice, if you are using it frequently, you should come in to check the account health once in a while. Make sure that everything is green and healthy. So if anything that somehow you could be, or maybe some potential IP violation or something, right, it will actually pop up. It will show it here, 1 or 2 or something. Yeah, just click on it and then you fix it as soon as possible. Yeah.
This thing here,
Mm, mm.
because I'm selling a product, skeleton Star Wars, right? They say there was a violation from Lucasfilm, but not my product. I'm selling someone who bought the license, but it came on my house.
Oh, then you follow through the steps. You can appeal and then you submit all your documentation.
Yeah, license normally they give it just for 1 year. This is an item that's produced 10, 15 years ago. I can't produce a license and I'm not the manufacturer.
That one, unfortunately, you will have to explain it to the seller support, because that is really based on whatever agreement you had previously. For here is they're just making sure that either somebody files it or something. That's why they pop up.
This one is not from your system. Somebody filed it.
It's both way. It could be somebody that says, "Hey, how come this? I never, I didn't grant a permission or something." Then they can file it. The brand owner or something can file it. Yeah. That's why it's always advisable. Like if seller are doing reselling, they will have a lot of these risks that you don't even know when will somebody actually file any potential infringement or something.
But we have everything.
Correct.
It changes every year.
Yes.
It's changed every year.
That's the challenge. Yeah. But yeah, if you can just submit whatever you have. Yes. That is, and then that's the only way to resolve it. Just gotta keep giving them the right document. Yeah. So the shipping thing I was saying is over here, shipping performance. You see the most right hand column, is only for seller fulfilled. You can see, right. Then you see if you are using FBA, right, they will tell you FBA is Amazon is responsible for all the FBA shipping metric. So it won't appear here. So all your shipping performance will be all the sell ship on. So meaning that you fulfill yourself. The belly tracking rate, BTR, late shipment rate, etc. Yeah. So all these metric will have impact. If you have a lower, metric or something, right, your capacity limit will be affected as well. So if you do not keep to the target, right, you may have a lesser capacity, like to your whole account. Let's say if you want to do FBA or something, even though you're doing self-ship, Okay, let me see what else again. Okay, I want to show you this thing. Maybe not a lot of people know. If you go to manage inventory, you can go to this listing quality dashboard. Anyone use this feature before? No? Okay. So this one will give you all the recommendation of what you can do to improve your listing. Okay, like this one, it said I got 12 that I can improve. Right, so each of these, it will tell you, okay, what information you can put in, right, to improve. Like this one is to help you improve the search result, right, to put in the list price, to put in the recommendations, and all of it. So if one of the quicker way to optimize a bit of a listing is to come and check it out, the listing quality dashboard. Right. Then this is, if you have a lot to make change, you can do in bulk. So for the bulk one, you need to generate the report, make the changes on the exact same file, and then upload the exact same file back. And then they will update for you in bulk, with more than 10 or something.